Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Now 67 joined. Children, will I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You all are with the book with you? I will take after some time. Let us start the class. Okay. Open
Good
your
afternoon,
book.
ma'am.
Good afternoon, everybody. Now open your book 8.2. 8.2. Open, everybody. Okay, children, please look to your exercise 8.2. Very slow in joining. I was just waiting. And at the middle, I will take the attendance, not now. Okay. Now just look to your book. Question number 1. ABCD is a quadrilateral in which P, Q, R and S are midpoints of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA. Refer the figure given 8.29. Are you all with the book?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
AC is a
Mobile ଗୋଟେ ହାତ ଧରିଥିଲି ତାହେଲେ ଖସକି ହାତ ମୁଡି ହେଇଗଲା କାନ
Mute your mic, children. If you are not supposed to talk to me, if you want to talk to me, unmute and then speak. Now there are 3 bits to be proved. SR parallel to AC and SR equal to half of AC. Then next bit is PQ equals to SR. Third bit is PQRS is a parallelogram. Now, how many of you have read this question? Out of 96, only 75, now 76, 20 are absent again.
Ma'am, I'm Amrit and I'm president, ma'am, of 9A.
I didn't ask you, I will take at the middle. Concentrate on your studies. Okay. Now, how many of you have read question number 1, 8.2, exercise 8.2? There are 7 questions. Only solving the questions not enough, Chalan. If you are solving a question, the hidden things in it, the generalization of the conclusion to be taken. Now see, we have already done 10 theorems on quadrilateral. Have you any doubt in these 10 theorems of quadrilateral chapter? Any doubt? No? Tell me, Chalan. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how many of you have read question number 1? You have read or not, I don't know, but I read it for you. Now tell me, what do you understand by this? What generalization are we going to do? Whatever theorems we have already understood, basing on that, the questions are given to you. Yes and no? Now look to the board. I will like to show you something on the board. According to the question, just say, what it has said, ABCD is a quadrilateral. That means I'm going to generalize it. What I want to tell you, just go through. I have not, this is question number 1. Now you see, I have just drawn a quadrilateral. Any quadrilateral. It's any quadrilateral. Because I do not want to specify, I have not named. We can name it also. There is no harm in naming it. Now, if I join to the midpoints, this is midpoint of this side, this is midpoint of this is midpoint of this is midpoint of this. Okay. Then I have joined all the 4 midpoints. We have to prove the first bit, the newly formed quadrilateral is a parallelogram. And opposite sides which are parallel to the corresponding diagonal are parallel and half of it. These are the different bits to be proven. Okay. Now, if we take any quadrilateral, and let me name it now, A, B, C, D. Now, just see the midpoints P, Q, R, S. We have to prove PQ, RS is parallelogram. Yes. Now, generalization, I want to tell you that you take any quadrilateral join to the midpoints of the sides of the quadrilateral, you will get a parallelogram. And at some cases, you get a rectangle, you get a rhombus. These are the different cases. But generalization is that if you join to the midpoints, you will get a parallelogram. Why? Now just see, if I join the opposite ends, I get diagonals. A to C, if I join, I get diagonal AC. If I join B to D, I get diagonal BD. Right? Now, if I consider midpoint theorem, let me first take AC. If I take AC, now forget about this part. Only concentrate on triangle A, C, D. In this triangle, what do you find? This is equal to this is equal to this. That means S is the midpoint of side AD, R is the midpoint of side CD. Yes?
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
what we get.
SR is parallel to
AC.
Yes, sir, is parallel to
Not
AC.
only parallel, but also half of it. Agree? Now,
yes, ma'am.
just go to the other side now. And what did we get in ACD? In triangle ACD, we got SR parallel to AC and SR equals to AC by 2. We got it? Yes. Next, coming to the opposite side. Now I will consider triangle ABC. ABC. What am I getting? Just see. Now forget A, B, C. This part you forget. Just concentrate on A, B, C. Now this side is equal to this side, means P is the midpoint of AB, means AP is equal to BP. Similarly, this side is equal to this side. Why? Q is the midpoint of BC. Agree? The same way again, if this is the base and these are two midpoints of the two sides, PQ will be half of AC as well as parallel to
AC.
Agree? Let us
Yes,
write
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
PQ
Yes,
parallel to AC and PQ equals to AC by 2. Yes or no? Here we got SR AC by 2. Here we got PQ AC by 2. So can I write PQ is equal to SR?
Yes,
Can I
ma'am.
write
Yes,
it?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Agree to this?
Yes, ma'am.
Understood well?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Coming to the parallel part. SR is parallel to AC, PQ also parallel to AC. So what do we get? This is your one conclusion. The second conclusion is that PQ parallel to SR.
SR.
Now we got one pair of opposite sides of quadrilateral PQRS to be equal and parallel. We can conclude now in any quadrilateral, if one pair of opposite sides are equal as well as parallel, it's a parallelogram. We can conclude here also at this stage, but we can also write down similarly. What similarly? Considering the diagonal BD. If I consider diagonal BD, here again you just consider the same way in triangle ABD. Now forget this part. Only concentrate on this triangle ABD. In ABD, what you get? PS parallel to BD as well as half of BD.
Really? Yes.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The opposite side of BD. Triangle BCD. Again, Q is midpoint of BC, R is midpoint of CD. So if I join this line segment, that will be parallel to BD as well half of BD. The same thing what you did with AC, the same thing you are reading with BD also. So you can write similarly, you can write, or you can use that theorem. One pair of opposite sides of any quadrilateral, if equal and parallel, it's a parallelogram. You can use this also. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 1. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now go to question number 2. Question number 2 is only 2 statements there. Very short question, but you have to understand it well. Lot of things are there. Now question number 1, 2, 3, 4, all are interrelated to each other. How? Let us go through it and then I'll explain it to you. Children, just solving what I have seen, the questions are given in the exercise, and if you just solve them, it's not enough. After solving, you have to see the generalization part. what all you got from all these theorems, how it is implemented, if this is the situation, what outcomes are being given. Because when you are going to, some of you may be appearing for RMO. These all are looking to be very simple and small, but they are very useful to go for higher arguments. Okay. Now, ABCD is a rhombus. I have just drawn a rhombus A, B, C, D. P, Q, R, S are the midpoints of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA respectively. Show that the quadrilateral PQRS is a rectangle. Now see what connection this one is having with this. What did we understand from question number 1? One of you answer me, any one of you, unmute, answer me, then I will proceed. Now the children, any one of you speak. What is the conclusion from question number 1 you got? Fast. Until and unless I get your answer, I am not going to explain it anymore. Fast. If wrong, I am there to help you. Why hesitating to answer? Even if wrong, no harm. Nobody is going to take away your crown. What is the conclusion from question number 1? Fast. I have repeated the conclusion number of times. No one ready to answer me? That means no one understood.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
What is the generalization conclusion from question number 1? What is the generalized conclusion? What did we get from question number 1? I have repeated it number of times.
That the midpoints of any quadrilaterals when meet they form a parallelogram.
So can we consider any quadrilateral?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
If yes,
Yes, ma'am.
question says ABCD is a rhombus. Okay? Is the rhombus a quadrilateral?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Whatever you have learned, whatever you have understood from question number 1, that I am reflecting in question number 2 to make your work easy and more simpler and easier to get into your mind. Okay? Now see. Now, accordingly, I will name AB midpoint is P, BC midpoint is Q, CD midpoint is R, and AD midpoint is S. If I see the first question conclusion is the quadrilateral formed by joining the midpoints of any quadrilateral, we get a parallelogram. Midpoints of the rhombus if joined, we got a parallelogram PQRS. Agreed?
Yes, ma'am.
The same argument, same implementation. You see how you are gradually understanding very slowly. Mentally, if you are ready to accept, then it is easy for you to grab it. Okay? Now see, if PQRS formed by joining midpoints of the rhombus is a parallelogram. Next part comes what? To prove it to be a rectangle. What is the similarity, dissimilarity between a parallelogram and a rectangle? That part to be proved. Otherwise, rest is same as question number 1. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
That means what
Yes,
extra
ma'am.
in question number 2 am I going to prove? What is that? I have already marked. You can refer the figure and you can understand.
To be 90 degrees.
The four right angles.
The
Four
the
right
four
angles.
all the angles should be right.
That means what are we getting?
The
After
four angles are 90 degrees.
numbers, we got
The
a
four angles are 90 degree.
Now, in the parallelogram, if all the angles
All the angles are 90.
in the parallelogram, if each angle proved to be 90 degrees, then it's a rectangle. That is what asked in the question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you tell me
Yes, ma'am.
how can we prove it? You give me some idea. After that, I will proceed. Yes. Each angle of the parallelogram to be proven as 90 degrees. No answer? You knew I told you yesterday.
By drawing
Yes, yes.
and co-interior angles.
What? Speak properly.
By transversal, the co-interior angles sum up to 180 degrees.
Which one you are considering to be co-interior angles? Which are the two parallel lines and which is your transversal?
Ma'am, if
The sides.
PS and QR are parallel lines, then PQ is a transversal upon them.
PS and QR are parallel lines and PQ is the transversal. And the co-interior angles are supplementary.
Yes, ma'am.
This is what you want to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Now tell me why they have
Ma'am?
90 degree, why not 89 and 91, 88 and
Ma'am,
90?
diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular to each other.
Very good. Who said it?
Ma'am, Subhanshu.
Shubhanshu, what? Murmu or Palei?
Ma'am, Palli.
Okay, okay. Children, when I have already joined here and marked, I said you refer to the figure also. Now you see the diagonals of rhombus. They bisect each other at 90 degree. You agree to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
If the
Yes, ma'am.
diagonals bisect each other
Yes, ma'am.
90 degree, then the lines which are parallel to this will be giving you 90 degree or not? That means
Yes, ma'am.
AC parallel to SR as well as to PQ. Similarly, because this is giving you this intersection giving you 90 degree, these four angles will be 90 degree. Any doubt? You are remaining quiet. I couldn't get you.
Ma'am, please repeat again.
Ma'am,
Angles of a rhombus bisect each other at 90 degree. This much clear to you?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if I consider any one diagonal, let it be BD. If I consider BD, PS and QR are parallel to it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, if these
Yes,
are
ma'am.
just extended, if these are parallel and this is making 90 degree with each other, now consider the diagonal AC. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get me?
Yes, ma'am.
If this
Yes,
is
ma'am.
90 degree, will these two angles make 90 degree with each other or not?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Supplement. Already
Yes,
one of
ma'am.
your friends answered it. Still you do not understand how to implement. Just consider if BT is parallel to PS as well as QR. Now AC if I consider, this is the transversal to these parallel lines.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
This is the transversal. Now consider this angle and this angle are the co-interior angles.
Yes, ma'am.
If
Yes,
not,
ma'am.
then this is 90 degree known to us. They bisect each other at 90 degree. Hence, this is 90 degree. Similarly, now you consider this and this. If this is 90 degree, this will also be 90 degree. So this angle is also 90 degree. Did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
If
Yes, ma'am.
continue once again, never hesitate to tell me. Until unless you tell me your problem, I cannot clear it. Up to this much, is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
From the first question, we got the midpoints of any quadrilateral if joined give us a parallelogram. And the same one when we implement to the rhombus, we get PQRS to be a parallelogram. But this much is not enough for a rhombus. What else we have to prove? Each angle of the quadrilateral formed by joining midpoints of the rhombus are making 90 degrees with each other. What is the reason? Because two parallel lines, if I consider a transversal, the co-interior angles are supplementary. Hence, each angle is 90 degrees. Understood? Of a parallelogram, if each angle is 90 degrees, it's a rectangle. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Will we go to question number?
Yes, ma'am.
Even question number 3 is related to question number 1 and 2. Just go to
Ma'am.
question number 3 now. ABCD is a rectangle. I have drawn A, B, C, D is a rectangle. PQRS are the midpoints. As usual, all the three namings are same. I have drawn it and written so that I can explain you. Now, show that the quadrilateral PQRS is a rhombus. If I want to show PQRS is a rhombus, first thing I got it's a parallelogram. Agree? Because it's given to us, it's a rectangle. Now coming to the rhombus part, means each first when we got it's a parallelogram, next comes to us all the sides are equal, then only we can say it's a rhombus. Agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Please repeat.
If I take the midpoints of any quadrilateral, like in question number 3, it is given it's a rectangle. I have drawn a rectangle, okay? Now, midpoints if I join, PQRS here become a parallelogram. Here in question number 3, PQRS is parallelogram. This much clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
But this is not enough for us. We have to move a
Yes,
little
ma'am.
to make it a rhombus. If I want to make it a rhombus means to prove it, it is a rhombus. Okay. What we need? We need the diagonals length. If the diagonals are equal, then only we can say it's a rhombus, because half of the diagonals will be the sides of the newly formed parallelogram. Then only they will be rhombus. Yes or no? For that, you have to consider
Yes,
any
ma'am.
side of rectangle basing on any one side two right triangles. Like if I take AB on it, standing A, D, B, one triangle. If I take A, D, B, the other triangle is BCA. If I take side BC to be the common one, now ABC and ABC, DCB, these two triangles you consider. Would you follow me?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any one side of the rectangle to be taken as a base, common base. On that, standing two right triangles. Either this side if you take this triangle or this triangle. Understood? Why are we going to do this? We want to prove the diagonals of a rectangle are same. If they are same, then only their halves will be same. Yes and no?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, while proving the congruency, we used 4 criteria: SSS, first one, second one, SAS, third one, ASA, fourth one, AES. But there is still one more. What is that? That is known to you, RHS.
RHS.
What
Yes.
is RHS referred to? Fast, a little
Right.
fast.
Right
One
angle
RHS
side.
Right,
Right angle hypotenuse side.
right angle hypotenuse
right
side.
angle
Side.
Right angle hypotenuse.
hypotenuse
Right angle hypotenuse side.
side. One side will be equal to one side of the other triangle. The hypotenuse should be same and right angle should be there. Yes, these are the three prominent conditions in RHS to prove two right triangles to be congruent. Here we cannot use it. Why? We are going to prove the hypotenuse are same. Hypotenuse, if given same, then only RHS congruency can be considered, can be taken. But here we are going to prove the diagonals are same. So what are we going to do? Suppose I take triangle
S.
ABC and triangle DCB. If I take these two triangles, then what am I getting? BC is common to both because it is rectangle. AB is equal to CD and it's right triangle. So S A S
SAS.
S A S. According to SAS, your two triangles are congruent. If congruent, AC is equal to BD. If AC is equal to BD, then the next part is, as the other two questions we have already discussed. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any more explanation required for this question number 3? First, you have to take it according to question number 1 and 2, as we got the newly formed quadrilateral is a parallelogram. But apart from that, we have to prove it is a rhombus also. Rhombus means all the sides are equal. Parallelogram when we got means it is opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other. But we don't know whether they are equal or not. To make it or to prove it equal, we have to consider the diagonals. And taking two right triangles on any base, we can prove that hypotenuse are same, SAS condition, and then the two triangles are proved to be congruent. So the two diagonals are equal. If two diagonals are equal, then half of AC is SR and PQ, half of BD is PS and QR. So all the four sides are equal. If I have proved AC is equal to BD, so can I write AC by 2 equal to BD by 2?
And this is half of the side.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you repeat
ma'am.
again?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We have proved taking any one side to be same on that standing or resting two right triangles. We have proved AC equal to BD, AC equal to BD. If AC equal to BD, then AC by 2 is equal to BD by 2 or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Then
ma'am.
what is,
Yes, ma'am.
what is AC by 2? SR as well as PQ. SR equal to PQ. And what is BD by 2? PS and QR. PS equal to PR. Now, because they are equal, I can put equal to sign here also. Yes. This is
Yes.
equal to is referring to these two sides. This BD by 2 referring to these two sides. So all the four are equal. If all the four sides of a parallelogram are equal, then it's a rhombus.
Rhombus.
Agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
This is only 4 questions from exercise 8.2. Tomorrow we will do 3 more questions. ABCD is a trapezium in which AB parallel to DC. Refer to the book figure given to you. BD is a diagonal and E is the midpoint of AD. A line is drawn through A parallel to AB intersecting BC at F. Show that F is the midpoint of BC. Now, I will expect the answer, the steps of movement forward to get from you. Little fast, children. Give me the clues. How can I prove it? Consider. Okay, you tell me. Answer me fast. Fast, children. No answer from you? Okay, time is getting up. Let me give you the clue. Consider the trapezium A, B, C, D. Will I draw it or I will tell you and tomorrow you will let me know whether you are able to do or not?
Ma'am, we will.
Ma'am, tomorrow we will.
No,
Tomorrow.
you will tell me whether you are able to do or not. 4 questions per day is
Yes,
not
ma'am.
too many. AB is parallel to CD. Refer to the book. And if you join BD, it's a diagonal. That means your trapezium ABCD is divided into 2 triangles ABD and CDB. In this ABD and CDB, DC is parallel to AB. And if I consider one triangle at a time, like ABD, midpoint of AD is E given to you. According to the 8.10 theorem, if I draw through one midpoint a parallel line to other side, it divides the third side into 2 parts. This is your 8.10 theorem. That means, first of all, the line which is drawn parallel to AB is bisecting BD. Now go to the triangle BCD. Now forget ABD. Now concentrate on the triangle BCD. You got name the midpoint to be EFG. Name it to be G. Now G became the midpoint of BD. If I am drawing a parallel line to AB, that will be parallel to CD or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So EGF being the same line is parallel to CD. So as a whole, I
Yes,
can
ma'am.
say AB parallel to EF parallel to CD.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, because G is the midpoint of BD, it is going to intersect BC at the midpoint, that is F. That means BF is equal to CF.
FC.
Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, we could not interact with each other for the previous chapters. So every day I will like to talk to you about some other questions from polynomials, from number system, from triangles, from lines and angles, from coordinate geometry. All these chapters in between we'll be discussing. And you also keep on doing, and any doubt you face, you do ask me. Before that, I'm going to call out the names which remain absent yesterday. Today only 86 I could get at the middle, and now it is showing 80. Now let me call out those who are regular absentees. Ahana Mahanti present today? No. Then Kritika Mishra, are you present? Kritika Mishra? No. Nikhil Naik?
Present, ma'am.
Pratik Ranvira? Children, this Pratik Ranvira, if anyone have got his contact number, please tell him to join. What's his problem? You share with me.
Ma'am, I have already told